Alright guys, welcome to this week's video, and it's hay baked lamb. I've got a lamb shoulder, but I started off with some meadow hay you buy from a pet shop or supermarket. Make sure you get the organic untreated, so it's got no chemicals. I've took about a third of the bag and I've put it into a sink of warm water. That's just needs to be in there 15 minutes, that's all. While that's soaking, I got my lamb and got it on my chopping board, had a good look round. There was no sinews or nothing looking dodgy on it, so I got some pepper, salt, rosemary, garlic and some bay leaves, plenty of. I then got some half of the hay out of the sink, squeezed it through my hand so it was damp but not dripping wet, and then placed it into my tin. Then I started making a trivet, which is basically, as we've seen before in one of my previous videos, just loads of vegetables chopped up, big chunky chops though. I've got a whole head of garlic, sliced that down in half, quite a bit of rosemary. Rosemary loves lamb, and quite a few bay leaves. Salt and pepper as well. I then place the shoulder of lamb on top of the trivet, which is on top of the hay, and then I dotted it with juniper berries. Now if I was making a gravy I wouldn't use as many juniper berries, probably only use 3 or 4, but because they are quite strong in a liquid, that's what gin's made out of basically. So salt and peppered it, and then I covered the lamb shoulder with the rest of the soaked hay. Give it a good squeeze out so it's not dripping wet, and then I tin foiled the tray. Put it in the oven, middle shelf. You're looking for your first hour, you want 160 degrees centigrade. That's for the first hour, and then you turn it down to 140 degrees centigrade, and that wants to be in for at least another 3 hours, if not 4. That was initially when the temperature of my oven was on when I put the lamb in. Then I started on the root vegetables, which is what I'm going to serve it with, and it's just roasted. So I've got a parsnip, celeriac, swede, onions, carrots, a leek, and I washed it, peeled it, and then chopped it up all into a good chunky bits. Try and get them all to be the same size, and that's all you're looking for. I put them into a tray, load of olive oil, salt and pepper. Don't bother with the herbs because you've got plenty on the lamb. At this stage I also put some chopped up peppers, and I had some new potatoes that needed using, so I cut them in half and put them in. This stage you can put some whole garlic cloves. Don't bother peeling them, they go lovely, they're like little candy balls in there. And then I check the meat. Alright, let's have a look at this. Oh wow. Wow. That is falling to bits. Look at that. You can't get any better than that. Let's give it a temperature probe, right in the knuckle. And we're reading well up into it. 85, 86. So we're looking at 90 degrees. And oh, it smells gorgeous. And I mean smells gorgeous. Right, let's get some of this cleared off. That bone is just falling out. I daren't pull it. No, it will actually fall out. So what I'm going to do is put that onto a tray, out of the oven, put some tin foil on it, keep it warm, and it needs to sit for at least an hour for it just to chill and mellow. Should I dare try and No, I'm not even going to lift it to show you because it is falling to bits. There. And you see, that is literally just falling to bits. Best way to cook lamb. And you get that smokiness from the hay as well. Anyway, show you it when we pull it to bits in an hour's time. Cheers. This is the lamb before I've tin foiled it. I took it off the tray, put it onto this big large plate, and then I used a paintbrush, a new one obviously, which I use for a glazing brush for my bread, etc., and just brush off all the hay. That's the easiest way. Notice the whole head of garlic there, squeeze that out and it's gorgeous. Now this is the lamb that's been wrapped for an hour, and literally it will continue cooking for that hour that you've got it left on the bench. The tin foil will keep it hot. You'll notice at the end of this video that we literally only lose 10 degrees and it's been sat for a full hour on the bench, but it's good quality tin foil. It came out the oven at 90 degrees and we're virtually at 80 degrees when I probed it. So definitely leave your meat to rest, makes it so much better. Now the roast vegetables, I put the tray into the oven an hour before the lamb came out, so it was in for an hour at 140, and then when I took the lamb out I turned the oven up to 180. Every 20 minutes I give the vegetables a good stir around and they came out gorgeous, nice and blackened and charred around the edges, which is what you want. And here's the finished product. It was the hay baked lamb and the roast vegetables. I served it with some dressed leaves. We were going to have watercress with it, but sadly Sainsbury's had these leaves on special offer, so that's what we ended up with. Serve it with mint sauce, no need for gravy. Cheers. Thanks for watching this, guys. If you feel this way inclined, just click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell next to it, and that lets you know that a new video has arrived on John's Pantry's YouTube channel. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Get cracking. Cheers.